Hey everybody, welcome back. This week's question is, how do you determine how much my home is worth?
This is Ask Pete. Send me all your real estate questions and I'll get you the answers.
As it stands today, there's no perfect science to determine the value of your home. So to understand this, just look at companies like Zillow, Redfin, and other major tech-forward real estate companies in the US. Over the last several years, they have collectively invested tens of millions of dollars into trying to perfect their algorithms that estimate the value of a home. But those algorithms are still wrong by huge margins more than half of the time. A big reason for this is because while computer models can go a long way in reducing human error, the reality is that people buying homes are still humans. And we make all our decisions for reasons that are highly personal and individual. So just think about how a house that has features that remind you of something you loved about the home you grew up in will often cause you to overlook some of that home's shortcomings. These characteristics are different for each individual, which is what makes finding the perfect price a challenge. That being said, when it comes to selling your home, there are a few things more important than how you price it. Too high and you don't get enough interest and demand. Too low and you'll end up attracting the wrong buyers to visit, which again can hurt your chances of selling. Okay, so with this in mind, let's look at some of the most common things I look at when helping clients price their homes. Comparables, sometimes referred to as comps, are all the recent home sales in your area that are reasonably similar to yours. By examining these recent sales in detail, we can at least get a sense for what the market is for homes like yours. In some cases, we even know the number of offers that were made on a home, what it was listed for, what it was sold for, and by reviewing photos and even calling the listing broker who sold the house, we can determine the style and condition of those homes as well. With this information, we can quickly start to narrow in on the right range for your home's value. In Quebec, information about what homes are sold for is only available to realtors, and so you'll need to work with one in order to have this information available to you. I also have access to a lot of statistics that show us what the market is like in each area. So I regularly stay on top of these trends to help determine if certain areas or neighborhoods have higher than usual demand or features about them that buyers are looking for right now. So an example of this is how I was actually able to watch the trend of people moving away from the city and looking for homes with larger yards and a space for a home office during the pandemic, which actually helped me price homes to capture more value early on in the recent upward trend of housing markets in our area. Personal exposure, and what I mean by this is that I'm touring a lot of homes. What this means is that I'm getting in-person exposure to what features and areas that most buyers in the market are excited about. I see which homes are selling quickly, which ones struggle to get interest, and ultimately use that local expertise to help guide my suggestions about pricing. So there is no substitute to listening to your clients. When I hear from them what they love about their home, it goes a long way to helping find those little hidden opportunities to help capture the real value of their home for the perfect buyer. One final note, it's also important to consider how people shop online for homes when pricing their home. For example, many people might have a notification set up on Centris to notify them of all homes that hit the market under $500,000. So if you price your home at exactly $500,000, you'll miss out on notifying this entire crop of potential buyers, which may limit your exposure. So in this case, pricing the home for $499 could actually have a big impact on the ultimate selling price. Now, knowing your home's value is something that I recommend you stay on top of, even if you're not planning on selling right away. It's probably the most significant asset you own and is the most important source of retirement savings for most of us. So even if you're not looking to sell your home anytime soon, just let me know and I'd be happy to give you a free home evaluation anytime. As usual, thanks again for joining us. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. Call me, text me, Instagram me. See you next episode.